So hey friends, I'm starting with so as I told you during the cake preparation for tomorrow, my daughter Angelina's 8th birthday, I'm keeping it simple this time, not doing so much of flavor incorporation or anything, but I will make it something special. She wanted to like a cookie butter cake with some dulce leche, which is dulce leche, as I told you, is nothing but a caramel. I promised I'll make a video on the dulce leche and some recipes with that, but I'm going to bring that back to you in another episode of mine. So this is like a regular, I'm going to do two different flavors. One is the golden cake I'm going to use. So I'm going to add most probably Biscoff. Biscoff is nothing but a cookie butter. It's a cinnamon kind of cookie. You can use a regular cookie butter. If you don't even have cookie butter, you can have peanut butter if you have no allergy to nuts. Or you can just keep it plain. And then maybe for the next layer, that is the French vanilla, I'll be using custard base filling, and for this I'll be using dulce leche for the Biscoff cake. So it's going to be a combination between them, and then do a drip of chocolate ganache on top. So I will show you all that and everything in detail as we go along the cake baking journey. So let's get on. Milk, you can use regular milk. I just added 1 teaspoon of regular white vinegar. The reason is like buttermilk or a little bit of yogurt if you have, curd. If you add it, it will become soft, and we keep the cake very moist and fluffy. 3 eggs. Just break 3 eggs into that. Everything is just one pot. And one more. This is some regular farm fresh eggs which we got from our journey back. So this I'm adding the cookie butter or the Biscoff butter. Maybe I can say 1 scoop, like 2 tablespoons of that. If needed, I'll see if I need more. Vegetable oil, canola oil, or sunflower oil. You can use butter, softened or melted butter, but I prefer to use oil because it will give the cake soft and moist. And again, another any regular shortbread biscuits or tea biscuits or butter biscuits, especially in India. I know that we all get biscuits in every bakery store. Just put them all into a mixie jar, grind them up, and pour a little bit milk or condensed milk or something. And a little bit vanilla essence. You'll get a nice thick consistency. Just keep it in like room temperature for up to 2 days or something. I'm not sure because of the heat over there. Otherwise, you can keep refrigerated for some time and then you can use that. So that's a cookie butter substitute, I can say. So I'm going to beat this all together. So this is how much you need the consistency. So this has been beating up to 2 to 3 minutes. We have a nice ribbon consistency. So that's it. You know how the cakes will be after it's like. So we pour out. To this, I'm just adding some extra vanilla bean syrup, or I can say. This is already French vanilla, but I'm just adding my little extra vanilla for extra.
I added 3 eggs as the previous mix, and now I'm adding 1 cup of buttermilk again, the same procedure, and 1 cup of oil, and then whisk all of them together. And oh yeah, by the way, as I said, French vanilla sprinkles, so I'm making a rainbow touch for my daughter, so adding in some confetti sprinkles so it gives a beautiful color. I'm going to mix them all together for again a good amount of 2 to 3 minutes where everything is fluffy.
So for the cake frosting, I'm going to start with my caramelized white chocolate frosting. Caramelized white chocolate is nothing but, you know, the regular white chocolate which we get in India or other countries. That is being caramelized in a very low temperature. But right now here in Canada, I was very fortunate to find some of it. It's the PC, the Superstore brand. If you get this, it's called as Blonde. That's what's the name of this Blonde chocolates. So if you're not able to get that, don't worry, you can still have, it's a beautiful taste, my dear. Friends, make sure that if you had at least have one taste, if you like white chocolate also, or normal milk chocolate also, this is a very different combination. So it's like a caramelized light brown shade of that. So I just took 2 bars of that, which is estimating around just 100 grams, 200 grams of that chocolate broken, along with 1/3 cup of regular cream. I'm going to heat this in microwave. So this was the yesterday one, the praline, which is a little light brown color. Don't worry about the color. We're going to again, because this was with the wet caramel, that's why it got crystallized. I'm going to put it back into the pan or the saucepan. Again, it'll become all melted, and then you can just add some more sugar, caramelize it, and then finally put it onto a parchment paper, let it cool down, and we'll make it into butter, or you can say just
hazelnut butter.
Hazelnut butter, that is the praline butter. And this over here, as you can see, is the beautiful hazelnut praline. So nicely melted. Just keep it a whisk with a spoon gently.
Should I try?
That's okay. I'm not gonna do the sieve. If you find it's a bit lumpy or something, you can do a little sieving thing. But as I just generally skip that. This, you can see the consistency of it. It's very thick. So right now I'm having some 250-300 grams cream cheese. Not much of this. I'm going to soften this and come back with that. As soon as the cream cheese is nicely beaten up, we slowly pour in the white caramelized chocolate ganache, which we made over here. Make sure, look at that beautiful white caramel chocolate. Doesn't it look nice, Isha?
And I love to taste the blondie, so this will definitely be like
the best frosting.
And
just scrape on the sides.
1 liter of whipping cream.
Cold whipping cream, 35%. So if you get the fresh cream or the most.
After that, we're going to add the blondie chocolate, which is melted, into the batter. So we just put 1 more time of
1.5 teaspoons of the vanilla bean syrup or extract. Slowly beat in, or you can do the opposite way. You can fold it that side. I'm going to do the regular way. It is right now whipped up, as you can see. I'm just going to set it in the fridge for half an hour to 1 hour. Meanwhile, I'll work on the sandwiches, because the cake assembly will take some half an hour to 45 minutes for me. Puff pastries, as I told you, I'm going to do turkey puffs. I've kept the butter puff pastry sheets for thawing. It was in the fridge. If you have it in the freezer, please let it thaw for 2 hours beforehand. You can even use one and keep the other one if you don't want it, but I'm having it for a little extra batch. So now for this, I'm going to add some minced turkey. Let that get sauteed for 3-4 minutes until it changes color. As you can see, the turkey is nicely cooked. Now we're going to add just few spices, not much. Some garam masala. Garam masala is just powdered homemade all spices like cardamom, cinnamon. You will get it in store, or you can if you want, I can show it to you one day when I make it. This is the turmeric, the homemade. Meat dishes, some meat masala for extra flavor, extra fennel seed powder. This is another, just half a teaspoon or something of that, and a little bit of coriander powder. That's it.
We just let this go for another 2-3 minutes and then we'll put it off the heat.
Hey friends, so this is the keema which was done, and I showed you the puff pastry which I worked upon, but unfortunately I was not able to show you the assembling as I was running out of time for the party. I'll show that in the next vlog, so please stay tuned for that.
As you can see, we have around, you can say, 700 grams. Will be of all this. One teaspoon, because it's that much is only the amount of chicken over here we have. I'm adding also store-bought tandoori masala. If you don't have it, you don't need to worry. You can just skip that and go along with the other ones. I'm going to add, this is basically nothing but some coriander, chili, salt, garlic, cinnamon, some of the star anise, black pepper, nutmeg, cloves, and black cardamom. So it has all of that. So I'm adding a good amount of 1.5 tablespoons of this powder, hot chili powder. This is the spicy chili powder. I'm just adding a little bit, so it's a little. This you get in any Indian store or also in the stores right now in Walmart or any international stores or in any other countries. I'm sure you might be getting kasuri methi. Then we have, this is dried kasuri methi, that, and I'm adding a bit of nutmeg powder and cinnamon powder, which I already have crushed, or if possible 5. This will give that good texture, flavor, softness to the chicken tikka masala. Give it a nice toss. And then I'm gonna the chicken tikkas which we have fried yesterday. I'm going to shred this up, make the white sauce with this, and then we'll work on the sandwiches. Those are the sandwich bread we have. I hope you don't mind the outdoor extra. This we're doing everything multitasking. Swiss cheese, mozzarella, cheddar, like whatever taste you want in that sandwiches. Welcome back, guys. So as I promised, I'm going to do the next item, or the next bite, which I promised is the pigs in the blanket. So it's just some plain sausages which I cut. You can long frankies, you can small cocktail sausages, whatever is available for you. Pork sausages, so I'm just using chicken frankies. And then see, I have floured the cutting board or the countertop with some flour over here so that our dough doesn't get stuck to our base. And then after that, find the opening over here and then gently open. So I don't know how much an estimate of this is said. It will give you 1 dough for pizza. This is, but you can have for also the ones which we have for 8 crescent rolls or 4. You can cut them. I usually do small bite sizes so that everybody gets just a bite of it. Or square cheese. You can use string cheese. You don't need to add cheese also. It tastes as good as this, right, Isha?
Absolutely.
So do you want to describe what is a pigs in the blanket? Where have you eaten and what's the name? Why was it given? Do you have any idea? Guesswork?
Pigs in the blanket because I think the dough looks like a blanket. It's usually wrapped up and it tastes so good with the sausages and the cheese and everything. Even without cheese, it tastes so good. It has sesame seeds usually on the top, and that's actually my favorite part since it gives that crunch.
So as you can see right now, I'm just doing a thin layer of butter on the pizza dough so that we have a nice coating on the down part.
This is always a hit for the kids and the grown-ups also.
All of them love it. The
all
last time I made this, it was on one go, it just went off. So next we're going to add the cheese. Just a little bit.
Sprinkle the cheese.
Just going to show you. Very little. You don't need to have too much of stuffing because as
Yes.
a little bit of the pigs is peeking out from the blanket.
That's why it's supposed to be called pigs in a blanket.
So you just, and then I'm going to butter them at the top and going to put the sesame seeds. I'm just showing you
Yes.
how it is going to happen. As long as the cheese does not ooze out, sausage is just fine. So that.
Hey friends, so this is a small shot of our family get together. So this is the Swiss roll which I made. Unfortunately, I was not able to show the assembling of the cake. It did not work out as much as I usually tend to. So the recipes which I made from the crumbled or the not so well turned out birthday cake, I will be showing you very soon in the next vlog. There was some Swiss roll as what we have cut right now in this video, as well as some cake pops and pie pudding. You can make various recipes. I'll be sharing with you the different types of recipes as well as the recipe which I tried in the next vlog. So please stay tuned for that. Thank you.
To our God, for he is gracious and a song of praise is fitting. The Lord builds up Jerusalem. He gathers the outcasts of Israel. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. He determines the number of stars, and he gives to clouds, prepares rain for the earth, makes grass grow on the hills. He gives to the animals their food, and to the young ravens when they cry. His delight is not with any other nation. They do not know his ordinances. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear you. Happy birthday to you. May the good God bless you. May the good God bless you. Happy birthday, dear Angelina. Happy birthday. Make a wish, make a wish, make a wish, make a wish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stop. 8. Okay.
Let's just roll, no? That's what the thing is. ഞാൻ കൊടുക്കാം സാരില്ല ഒന്ന് ബാ
കഴുക